So, yeah, on my morning walk on the 24th of May now, after walking in the garden. It's just, I think, good to get out and keep the routine that I might normally have, and it's a lovely morning for it, it's so nice. And I think sometimes people don't think that people go out, in the morning. They're like, who gets up in the morning and does stuff like that? But this morning I've already seen 3 people out. People walking their dogs, people having a run while it's nice and cool and stuff. And sometimes it's good to just try something if you're not used to doing that, and just see, see what's going on out there in the morning. Oh, there's that fox again. Oh, cleared off. There's a fox lives around here. It looks like it's grabbed some rubbish from somebody's house to eat or something. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, so yeah, I guess today's reflections on the walk, because what you also get when you go for a walk is bilateral stimulation from walking. So you get that from your footsteps, and you also get it from tracking the trees, and the foliage as you walk. So that's how Francine Shapiro originally discovered EMDR. She was a bit stressed and thinking about stuff and walking through the park, and she was just tracking the trees from side to side with her eyes as she walked. And she noticed that she felt less anxious and stressed about it, and she was kind of problem solving the thing in her head, and she was like, how interesting. And then basically a whole therapy modality came out of that, which is very cool and very, very effective for folk. The other thing is you hear things everywhere as well. So I can hear the birds in each ear, I can hear planes, other things. And often if I'm feeling anxious or stressed, I might listen to bilateral music, a drum or some nice tune. I've made some on this channel if you want to check them out. But there's loads online on YouTube and stuff. So I'd listen to that while walking. So you're getting like the footsteps, the bilateral drum, the tracking, attention focus. Also, it's naturally grounding when you go for a walk, because you've got all of the sensations of your feet touching the ground. You've got the cold on your hands, or like I've just walked through some hedges and I've got cobwebs all over my body that I can feel, and I've stung my legs with some nettles a little bit. So you're getting all of these sensations from the nettles, slight sting on my legs. I've got cobwebs on my face and on my arms. And it's all of this sensory stuff that brings you out of yourself naturally when you go out. You're not going to get that sitting in the house, really, unless you kind of, you are if you kind of purposely go about it. But there's an element of this just being like a automatic thing from being out in nature, which is it's good, especially if you're somebody that tends to worry about things, or all sorts of stuff like that. Plus you're getting the the boost from the exercise itself. In some ways, I've got enough walking to do today as it is, but it's maintaining a habit thing as well, so it's like part of my circadian rhythm and my body function to kind of maintain my walk. And what else am I going to be doing? I can do pruning on the trees later and stuff. So Yeah, so maintaining habits is a good thing, you know, because I guess sometimes people say, you know, a habit missed twice or something 3 times is the start of a new habit. So it kind of keeps you in your routine if you go and do stuff. Plus, you know, I'll probably burn 50 calories in an hour because I don't do a huge calorie burn with my walking, I don't think, but after being used to it. But so maybe get out in nature, you know, this bank holiday weekend, and you know, the beauty of walking is it's free for everybody. You can go and walk anywhere. And look, you've got lambs here, you know, sheep and lambs. You know, there's surely something around where you live, where you could go for a walk, you know. You know, and it's interesting, you know. I guess I was also reflecting that there's certain activities that people do, you know, regardless of their wealth, you know, as in how much money they've got. That sheep's enjoying itself munching that grass. You know, and it's funny, you know, because often I work with clients or have relatives or people I know and things, and it's things like, you know, what's the common things that people do despite money? Well, they might be retired, but they go for a walk still. Everybody, you know, what else might they do? So often somebody might read, and it's a little bit like, do you actually need any money to go and read? No, you don't. You can go to a charity shop and pick up a book, you know. You can get a used book off eBay for about £2, you know, usually. You can go to your library and lend one for free, you know. And what you find is, you know, super rich people and super poor people all enjoy having a walk or reading a book usually, you know, well, generally anyway. They might also enjoy just speaking to other people, you know, exercise, things like that, you know. These are kind of like commonalities. And sometimes you'll notice that people are retired or they've got loads of money. What do? Well, they go for a walk. Or, you know, they play some chess, or, you know, sometimes it's music, you know. All you need to do is open up YouTube and you can listen to some music, and it's thinking about that sometimes, you know. But anyway, have a good one. See about getting out in nature, reading a book, taking a walk, doing some exercise. And notice, if you're out in nature, all of the sensory things that are going on for you. And listen to some bilateral music if you want, or tones. See how it goes. Have a good one.